To start our configuration of this network, I'm going to connect to our first radio with an Ethernet cable. Once we're connected via Ethernet, we're going to double check the IP address on my laptop here to ensure that it is unique from the ZoomLink radio. The ZoomLink radio defaults to .100 and I'm at .99, so that works. We'll close that window. We're going to be using the web interface for this configuration exercise, and that can be found by launching a web browser and typing in the IP address of the radio in question. We'll log in with admin. The first change we're going to make to this radio is the device name, and this is going to be our gateway, so I'll call it gateway. Typically, you want to reference the radio's physical location in the device name. We'll save that change. The radio label is now gateway. In radio settings, we're going to specify the radio mode as gateway. The RF data rate, we're going to keep it 1 meg. The TX power of 30 dBm or 1 watt is slightly high for benchtop testing. So let's decrease that to the minimum. Next is the network ID, and the network ID we decided on was 544. The node ID is always 1 on the gateway no matter what, so we don't need to change that. It will default to 1. We want this to be a hopping network, so we're going to leave hopping on. And let's go ahead and apply those changes by clicking Update. The changes have now taken effect. And because we now have our radio configured as a gateway, you'll see some additional fields that apply specifically to the radio mode of gateway. We now have our radio max repeaters, the frequency key, the beacon interval, and the beacon burst count. We're going to leave those settings at the default for now. The next tab we're going to look at is the network tab. The IP address on this radio is currently set to .100, but as we specified in the earlier diagram, we're going to leave our gateway at the default IP address of .100, so we don't need to make any changes there. And that completes the configuration of the gateway.